Hey, we've got a baseball game. We're moving to the 9th inning, scoreless. And it looks like a baseball game because it's 9 innings, but really it's softball. We are in extra innings, our second, as Kat Osterman has been flawless. Lauren McCoy, the pitcher for the Wildcats, has been equally outstanding. And the nation's 9th best offense is still trying to solve the Big 12 Pitcher of the Year in Kat Osterman. We want to welcome our ESPN2 audience joining us here in Austin, Texas for this NCAA Softball Super Regional. We have moved to the 9th inning, the second extra inning in softball as we remain scoreless. Kat Osterman has pitched outstanding. 18 strikeouts so far, and Melanie Johnson is trying to get some offense going from the number 9 spot. Ball is bunted, caught by a charging Winter Turner. That'll bring up the top of the order in Amber Jackson, as you can see the great defense by Winter Turner.
And it's always important on that play, Winter Turner seeing the ball being bunted and charging hard and still remaining under control and still being able to make that out.
Jackson just trying to get the ball and the bat to meet. 3 strikeouts for Amber Jackson.
And that's the first time today that we've seen her run through the box. Her first 3 at-bats, she's been standing in, trying to hit away, and right now just trying to create something on offense.
0-2. Left-handed batters beware. Kat Osterman, .058 ERA. Not much better for righties. Her overall ERA is .33, and strikeout number 4 for Jackson. How demoralizing is it? The MEAC Player of the Year, first team All-MEAC, strikes out 4 times against Kat Osterman. For your team, is it just a deflation?
It's just a deflation a little bit. It just depends on how she takes it, how she goes back with that energy back in the dugout. That just goes to show how dominating Kat Osterman is in that circle.
Capri Williams trying to follow up and solve Kat Osterman. Williams 0 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Bunt the ball, foul ball.
That looked like that was a foul ball. Looked like it touched the bat 2 times out of the batter's box. And again, it comes back up as Capri is running out of the batter's box, and she's still in the batter's box, so it does count as a foul ball.
And so she'll get back in with an 0-2 count. 2 outs. Strike 3. Osterman continues to mow him down. The Longhorns trying to come to life with their bats at the bottom of the 9th. We move to the bottom of the ninth. We remain scoreless. Texas and Bethune-Cookman continue to battle it out. Just 7 hits on the day. Cat Osterman, 20 strikeouts now. And the Longhorns trying to find some offense. A regulation game in softball is 7 innings. Cat Osterman continues to stay strong, but equally as effective has been Lauren McCoy, the senior pitcher for the Wildcats. And we want to welcome ESPN2 crowd to our NCAA softball regional in Austin, Texas. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Texas taking on Bethune-Cookman. Desiree Williams, the freshman, set to lead it off here in the bottom of the ninth. Well, you got to give the Longhorns credit. They seem to be mounting rallies here in the later innings, but they just get knocked out of them, ending on double plays, both in the 7th and the 8th inning. At least their bats are starting to come alive.
And most definitely, that's what you want. You want to put the ball in play. Although it is frustrating that they keep getting into those double plays and getting rallies started, you just want to make sure you continue with that, putting that ball in play and staying with it.
Desiree Williams, one of the victims for the dugout crash in March. She had sprained her ankle, worked to build her stamina, back up, has come back, and now hitting .271. Second on the team in RBI. And strike 3 called, and Williams is not happy about it.
And as a hitter of her stature, you definitely don't like the bat to be taken out of your hands like that.
Well, the crowd didn't like it. Williams didn't like it. Let's see if Megan Willis can make her mark here in the ninth. Ball 1. Willis 0 for 2 on the day, and a fielder's choice and a fly out. She has been the one who the Longhorns say keeps the team loose, and let's see if she can do it with a bat. Shot to center field. Johnson runs under it. And out number 2. And we want to welcome you to Austin, Texas, on the campus of the University of Texas for this NCAA Softball Super Regionals between Bethune-Cookman and Texas. Coming up next, more NCAA Softball Super Regionals. Georgia taking on the UCLA Bruins. That coming up next. Tracy Warren along with Natasha Wiley and our ESPNU crew. We have been in a barn burner. Cat Osterman, 20 strikeouts so far. Just 7 hits between these two teams. 5 for Texas, 2 for the Wildcats. And Winter Turner, who is 0 for 3 on the day, is hoping to make some magic. Grounds that ball foul. Texas winning their regional, beating Massachusetts and 2 times beating Mississippi State. Cat Osterman pitched all 3 games, and the team moved on to their first ever Super Regional. They are on a 10-game win streak and perfect in the month of May. Lauren McCoy, her team, having won 5 of the last 6. Their last loss coming May 1st against Florida A&M in the MEAC Tournament Championship. They have been a surprise, and I'll tell you, they've earned the respect of the NCAA softball world here, going extra innings against arguably the top pitcher in the nation.
And the Wildcats feel that they can compete on any level with any team, and just given the chance, they feel that they can come out here and do anything anybody else can do.
They have stayed loose throughout this entire game. The Wildcats warm-up consisted of dodgeball and dancing.
Most definitely. They like to keep loose by dancing and playing dodgeball, and that's what they say, that they're different, that they're not your typical team, and they like to keep loose by having a lot of energy out.
Meanwhile, Winter Turner continues to work the 2-2 count. And Texas says not to be outdone. We're going to have our share of cheering this entire game. I just don't think they expected this to go 9 innings plus. McCoy. Ball 3. Texas Big 12 tournament champions. They were the preseason favorite. They returned 7 starters, and most importantly, they returned Kat Osterman. They are in the Super Regionals after a 24-25 season last year. Ground ball is short. The throw, time!
It's a nice play by Jackson. That play could have gone either way, Tracy.
Well, the foot speed of Winter Turner and Amber Jackson playing back a little bit at shortstop with 2 outs. And now Winter Turner is a 2-out base runner, and Laura Watton wants to talk things over. This team, no shortage of conferences on the mound.
Most definitely. Coach Watton talks about how she likes to know what's going on with her players. She likes to stay in touch with them. And most definitely at this time, you want to slow down Texas's momentum just a little bit.
So a little icing again from the Wildcats. And meanwhile, the Longhorn fans are trying to keep the heat and the pressure on. The largest crowd here at Austin, Texas, that came earlier this year, 1,437. The magic has continued to grow. This program just 10 years old, 1 coach, Connie Clark, 2 College World Series appearances, and they are looking for their 3rd. She is remarkable at recruiting outstanding pitchers. Kat Osterman, one of a handful. McCoy going against Hall. Foul ball. Boy, that one was close. We talked to Connie Clark before the game, and we said a team usually takes on the personality of its coach. Your team has patience. And she said, I don't. Not when it comes to the late innings. The 0-1 pitch, and Hall is hit by the pitch. And now the Longhorns have 2 runners aboard here in the 9th inning with 2 outs. Aboard. 2 outs. The winner will take a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 series. Jackie Williams, the sophomore, looking for her first hit of the game, and she hopes it's the clutch one. As the game goes on, Natasha Watley favors the pitcher, favors the hitter.
That's a tough one. I think it favors the hitter because you're getting more chances to see a pitcher and see what she has to offer and see what she's throwing.
Williams, the 1-0 pitch. And there goes the runners. Safe all around. Turner, safe at third. Hall, safe at second. And the runners are just 60 feet away.
And again, we talked about Coach Clark, how she loves to be the aggressor. Anytime she gets runners on base, she's going to make them run, and she's going to try to make something happen for this Longhorn offense.
Wow, that looked close because we saw Turner go to the outside of the bag. Her foot came up, and then Trimble tried to apply the tag. It was the double steal, which shows you just the confidence Connie Clark has in the bottom of the ninth. Jackie Williams, the sophomore, with a 2-0 count. The winning run just 60 feet away. Strike one.
And McCoy is not afraid out there at all. She's going straight at all of these Longhorn hitters, not trying to go around them at all.
The poise of McCoy is just phenomenal. The 2-1 pitch. Foul off. Count goes to 2-2. McCoy has gone the distance and allowed just 6 hits. Williams looking for her first hit of this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Count goes full. The crowd hanging on every pitch here in Austin, Texas. Her teammates hanging on every pitch for the Texas Longhorns. And timeout's called. The crowd wanting to see that clutch hit. We're in the bottom of the ninth in the Super Regional, Game 1, coming up, Georgia and UCLA. And Texas wins! Winter Turner comes in and scores the winning run on the RBI single by Jackie Williams here in the bottom of the ninth. Well, Natasha Watley, it was the tried and true combination of Kat Osterman and clutch hitting by the University of Texas, and none other than their number 8 hitter, Jackie Williams.
And that just goes to show the bottom of the lineup coming up again and clutching to take that lead for the Texas Longhorns.
So Texas takes Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. Game 2 tomorrow here in Austin, Texas. They win 1-0. Once again, the University of Texas is the winner of Bethune-Cookman 1-0.